Starting to let people in. Welcome. Appreciate you all joining us today. Well, I think it's time at this point. I think we have everyone joined who is, yep. So at this point, we're going to go ahead and get started. So just giving everyone a little background on myself, John, and who we are, Quality Builders. So my name is Tom Zidron. I'm the Director of Project Delivery here at Quality Builders. So working on the ground with all of our clients once the projects get started, as well as estimating and everything. John, some of you may know already, but John, go ahead and introduce yourself, one of our co-founders.
Yeah, my name is Jonathan Clem, founder here at Quality Builders. And yeah, I have a huge background in general contracting and technology. And our mission here is to build a marketplace to help real estate investors and help subcontractors. So, we want everyone to speak up. By us doing this stuff, we're continually learning more and trying to give back as much of our knowledge to everyone else. Because, me personally, I've been at the ground floor of investing, and I've made any and every mistake possible. So the beautiful art about learning and growing is that we get to learn from other people's mistakes if we're willing to do that. And I highly encourage everyone to not make the same mistakes and take the hand up, not the hand out. And yeah, so I really love what we're doing. I really love getting out here and checking out these projects. So please, if you feel free or feel like you have any questions, to speak up anytime, and we'll be more than happy to help you, whether it's on the general contracting side or real estate side of stuff. Whatever we can do to help, we're here.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, like John said, we encourage questions throughout. I will certainly keep them in the chat and be bringing them up throughout the walkthrough. If I don't get to it right away, we'll get to it at the end. So as John said, just a little bit more about Quality Builders. We're a GC tech company, general contracting tech startup, currently here in Chicago. We really emphasize the use of technology to kind of give transparency and help our investors that we're working with help grow their portfolios. So, we're constantly building technology, working through instantaneous estimates. We use a project management software to keep our clients up to date, video, 3D LiDAR scanning for measurements and everything. Really taking on to technology to try and grow here in the residential construction marketplace. So if you have any more questions on us later on, feel free to reach out. We'll get into more of that later. But for now, just wanted to give an additional little see into what Quality Builders has to offer. So let me share my screen here. All right. Everyone should see my screen now. These are just a few things that technology-wise I like to kind of show everyone that we offer our clients. So here's just an example of a schedule. We'll have a very detailed schedule to help up to date with our clients, updated daily or weekly, at least to show our clients kind of where we're at with the project. An example of an estimate here. We like to be as transparent as possible. We give quantities, we give full details on exactly what's going into your project. We're certainly not trying to give the broad picture. We want everyone to know where their money is going. Daily logs, something we offer as well. We have on-site project managers who'll go to the site, throughout the week, take photos, give updates as well. Just a few things that we offer here before we dive into the actual walkthrough itself. So moving on, let's actually get started on the project. So just going to give you a rough overview. I think you all probably saw this on the advertisement, but here's a photo of the front of the house here. As you can see, pretty awesome architecture here, definitely old school. Our goal with the client as well, who I believe is on this call, HM, is to really keep as much of the old architecture and old charm that we can with this project. So you'll see throughout when John goes and walks through a lot of really cool design in there as well, woodwork and everything. We're trying as much as we can to preserve that while still upgrading it as much as we can. So just diving in a little bit to the floor plans, I'll give you the general scope of work. This was an existing mansion back in the day, but was turned into 4 units. So here's your existing floor plans. You have a pretty open basement, unfinished, really just some storage and some laundry off to the side. On the first floor, pretty large unit, very large living and dining room. That's where John is located right now. So you'll see that here shortly. Couple bedrooms, storage unit and kitchen. So overall 2-bedroom, 1 bath or 2 bath. There's a powder room currently. So not that large of a unit here. Second floor, a little bit larger, 3-bed. Technically 4-bed if you count all of them, dining room, living room, small galley type kitchen. And then the top floor, 2 smaller units. So it's broken to unit 3 and 4 here. So what we're actually doing here is going to be revamping them, creating more bedrooms, more bathrooms. On the 3rd floor, I'll get into this more later, but we're actually going to turn the 3rd and 4th unit into a single unit. So it will no longer be a dual unit. So between the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd floor, you'll have your main 3 units. And then we are actually going to build out a 4th unit. Originally referenced as an ADU. I'll get more into that as well, but a 4th unit in the basement, just a 1-bed, 1-bath. So we'll mostly gut the interior, like I said, as much as we need to provide the new utilities. However, we will do whatever we can to preserve baseboard, shoe, the crown molding, doors, and everything that you'll see as Jonathan's walking throughout the property. As I mentioned, originally, we actually were looking at this downstairs potentially duplexing down, but instead we were able to create a 4th unit in there. And like I said, I'll get into more detail like that. I'm going to let John walk through and kind of show you through the properties a little more here. Show you through the floor plans before he starts walking. So we're going to have some additional bathrooms here. For the basement, you'll hear 1 bed, 1 bath, or sorry, 2 bed, 1 bath. But then when you get up to the 2nd floor or the main floor, you'll have 3 baths, 3 bedrooms. Next floor, 3 beds, 2 baths, and then the next floor as well, 4 beds, 2 baths. So fairly large units overall, pretty big square footage. So they'll be pretty great units once we're all done with them. So let me share back over now to John and let him start walking through the property.
We want to back up this way.
All right.
Yeah, Tom, do you want to go outside too, or do you want to go outside afterwards?
We could do that at the end. But yeah, if you're in there, I don't want you to freeze to death out there.
Yeah, Luke forgot his gloves, so his hands might get cold.
All right, so you should be spotlighted again. So why don't you go ahead and kind of walk through, and we can kind of talk through where we're at.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah. So we're just gonna walk through and check out this amazingly beautiful vintage building. So if you just kind of want to pan around, show everyone what we got here. This is the main living area on the 1st floor. You can see all the cool architecture details. You can see up here, there's been water issues here in the past. I know we actually had some water issues during the first cold spell of the winter. So I know we had some pipes downstairs that we had to address. So this is considered the dining room now. You can see this is really cool, guys. You don't even see any of these old pocket doors like this anymore. So this is the type of stuff that we're really trying to preserve as best as possible, because the craftsmanship of these just are no longer the same. So let's come on in here. So you got one of the existing bathrooms, this powder room. Tom, what's going on with that? That's staying as is, or as far as keeping it as a powder room, or it gets bigger?
That powder room is going to turn into a full bath. So that actually area that you see the bath, the actual toilet in there, that's going to turn into the full walk-in shower, and that will be a whole bathroom, like a Jack and Jill style with a door on both sides.
Yeah. Okay. And then this area will be one of the bedrooms. You can see it has 2 doors. I believe one of these doors probably goes away. And then you come back here. Here's the other full bath for this unit. They all need a little bit of love, but I don't think we mentioned it earlier, but yeah, we're down in Bronzeville. one of Chicago's, one of my favorite neighborhoods in Chicago. I love everything personally, investing wise on the southeast, east of 90. So you think Bronzeville, Washington Park, Woodlawn, Hyde Park, South Shore. These are the areas I love. You know, anywhere close to the L, the Green Line is running down this way, and you know, everything appreciates so much faster along transit. So yeah, now we're here in the kitchen. Everything's getting redone. Not quite as much as the old charm.
That kitchen's actually going to be turned into the laundry room, and that the kitchen dining will be moved back to that, not the front living room, but that room next door that had the built-in kind of china cabinet there in the front. That's going to be the new kitchen location.
All right, now we can run downstairs, I'd say.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Should
While they're going down there, I see Angel asked a question. I see them, we're using Bluebeam. What are the pros and cons of using that software? I love Bluebeam. I'm not trying to advertise for them, but I'm a big fan. I think it's great. It's easy to do takeoffs using their measurement software, using it to scale and everything. Really great to just use as presentations. Takeoffs are my favorite. Sketching on drawings, anything like that. So I'm a big fan myself.
And just so everyone else knows, Bluebeam's just the software Tom was sharing the plans on, and basically you can kind of measure, figure out how much quantity you have for different materials, just based on drawing, just kind of like an AutoCAD software.
Yeah, it's like simplified AutoCAD. You can scale the drawings and then do areas, linear footages, so on and so forth. And really good for marking plans up.
Anything else down here in the basement that we want to talk about specifically, Tom?
No, I mean, you can see it's obviously an unfinished basement for the most part. It's going to turn into a 2-bedroom. We have the utilities down there. I know Jim was just mentioning to me, this was some of the area where we ended up having some additional water damage. But half of this basement will essentially be a 2-unit apartment, and then the other half will be storage. That'll be each individual unit will have its own, private storage area, fairly large. So it'll be a nice bonus there to have some storage in the basement for each of the people, each unit.
Yeah, so one of the things too, here's where the water service is coming in, Tom. Mm-hmm. And so this for sure will have to be upgraded and new, and that will go to the front of the house. And then as far as drain tile and kind of waterproofing the basement, mm-hmm. What is that going to look like for us? Yeah,
we're definitely going to need to do that. So we'll be looking to, demo out a small portion of the exterior wall of the foundation, not the foundation, but the concrete slab itself, digging down and then installing a drain tile all along that will, tie into the sump and everything. Obviously being an unfinished basement now hasn't really been a critical component, but having people living down there will obviously need to add that additional, that drainage. So yeah, so you can see right where they're walking right now into this back room. That's the existing kind of shared laundry room. Obviously, again, not really finished by any means, but this will be the new kitchen there. So kind of where you see these cabinets like that L shape, that'll be your new kitchen in place. In there.
So timeline for this project, Tom, the project was closed on actually quite a while ago, but just going through definitely some zoning and permitting issues and then funding issues. So yeah, I planned on, once we get through, I'll go through some of that additional details. But as far as the timeline for completing the actual project, we're hoping when we break ground, I think our goal right now we're looking at is around 7 months or so, all in for all the interior work, as well as there's some minor exterior work as well that we'll need to do to clean it up.
So Blondie asked a question about this room here, actually. So if you could stay there for a second about, this is the room that's actually going to be turning into the kitchen. So it'll be a fairly unique kitchen design. In fact, right there, as you're looking right there to your right, that's where your small amount right there, straight ahead will be like where your refrigerator is and a small amount of cabinetry. The remaining cabinetry in here is going to be a just very oversized island. So right in the middle of that room there, you'll see that there'll just be an oversized island. Probably there'll be cabinets on both sides with your dishwasher under there, stovetop, sinks, everything like that. So I can show you back when I share again on the plans, but that those built-ins will stay. We're going to remove that radiator there as we're putting in new mini splits and HVAC for all. We're getting rid of the radiators. We're not getting rid of them fully, but getting rid of some of them and supplementing the radiator heat with some mini splits. So we will still, again, like you asked, Blondie, try to preserve whatever wood trim possible. It'll make it more possible by not, installing cabinets throughout the walls in here. It'll mainly be on the middle there in the island.
Yeah, it might help to pull up the plans kind of as we're in different rooms too, especially for this one, so they can see the kitchen.
Yeah,
now that they've seen it, I think that'll be easier for people to relate exactly where we're at if we kind of jump back and forth just a little bit.
So let me share this now. Like I said here, I'll kind of zoom in. So everyone can see this now. It's a fairly unique layout. Like I said, it's going to be, we'll end up having probably a dining room table over here. That's why it's kind of shifted to the bottom of the screen here, but for refrigerator here with a little bit of cabinets here, but most of your cabinets and storage is going to be part of this built in here, but mostly going to be in this island. So definitely not the most common look, but it'll, I think, certainly work out. Like I said, this was the existing kitchen back here, which they'll turn into the laundry room and mudroom. Just giving you more of a reference here. This was the existing powder room, so toilet was kind of just in this back room here, and this is being turned into a master bath, though, with a double vanity that will have access straight from the hall, but also additionally from the master bedrooms. You can actually see there'll be 3 separate doors that will actually access this master bath. I'll stop sharing now while they go upstairs. All right. If for some reason we have any issues with John being the spotlight, if someone could let me know in the chat, that would be good. I believe you guys should all see his screen again, but just in case.
Yeah, so we're on the second floor again. And yeah, maybe it will help to pull out the layout of the second floor.
Sure, before you start walking?
Yeah, I think that'll be easier.
No problem, let's do that. All right.
Or if there's even a way to do it side by side, that'd be even easier.
Might be something we have to troubleshoot. So we're up on the second floor here. They just went up the stairs here, walked in here. So again, fairly large layout. There's a living room straight ahead. We'll be opening up, so it'll be kind of an open concept here with no door to it. 2 main bedrooms there at the front of the house. You see this is a master here with their bathroom, their ensuite bathroom. It's a pretty small bedroom here, could even be used as an office, but additional bedroom here that comes up to the dining room. When we get back there, you'll see some really cool windows here in the dining room, very large, pretty unique windows with the kitchen. Here we'll open that up as well, so it can kind of open up to the dining room, and an additional hall bath with a closet here for the built-in stacked laundry. So I will put it back to John now.
All right, yeah, so we went to the back of the house just for reference.
Yeah, so as they're walking in now, this will be the bedroom that I'm saying will be kind of tied into the dining room here. So there's a double French door here that goes into the dining room. And then here's your unique room I was talking about. You have these pretty cool semicircle windows, almost like it was an enclosed porch before. So we will, we'll build this out to be a dining room. This brick wall that you see to your right, we're going to open up. So that's not going to be a door here anymore. That brick wall will be opened up and allowed us to see through to the kitchen.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so coming in here, this was the existing kitchen, kind of a galley kitchen, as we said. But the walls on both sides, that brick wall as well as then the wall to the left of the screen on here, that'll be demoed as well and opened up. So really this will just be kind of a hallway in between, and then this room will be turned into the kitchen. So this will be your kitchen opened up as well. While we're walking through here, Bernie asked what the HVAC will be for each unit. Great question. So like you can see walking through, there's existing radiators throughout the boiler in the basement. So we're not going to fully remove that system. That system's still going to be in place. Heating the units as well. But what we're going to do is actually supplement all that with mini split systems throughout. So you will have wall mini split systems, and each unit will need multiple to heat the whole unit itself. But those will be scattered throughout. Without ductless, obviously. All right, so
hopefully we're keeping this clawfoot
yes,
tub.
we are.
It's
Yeah, you'll see
beautiful.
there. Yeah, as you go into some of the bathrooms, there's some very cool old clawfoot tubs that we'll be maintaining. Probably refinishing and cleaning up, but definitely keeping those as sort of a historical charm to it. So that was the living room.
Some of like the stained glass windows too, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Or are these all getting replaced as well?
No, those are not getting replaced. So we'll refinish if we have to any of the trim and everything like that. Doing any window repairs. Our goal is not to replace all the windows. But obviously being an older building, we might have to replace a couple or if necessary, just replace the glass. So that was the living room there, just walking by. We'll open that wall up there as well a little bit to just give it a little more open concept. Walking in kind of the other half of the unit here. So if you look to your right there as you're kind of walking in, yeah, you're other right.
Maybe other right?
Yeah, and back into the hall, right, back into the hallway. Yeah. Yeah, so if you look back into the hallway, here, you can't see it right now, but there's actually a pocket door, a very large pocket door that was actually enclosed in the wall, more to your right. If you close that door. There's a pocket door that's actually hidden here that we're going to open up and then allow that to come and take the place of this dual door. So it'll be a very large pocket door. It'll be a pretty cool feature that we'll have opened up to work for us there.
Oh yeah, you can kind of see it back here.
Yeah, there you go. But so you got your two bedrooms here. This one that they're in now, this will be the master. This will be the ensuite tub or bathroom as well.
All right.
Again, like as you can see, great. Yeah, great size for these units. Go ahead. Pull up the plans, John. Is that what you said?
I was gonna say maybe we can pull up the third floor plans.
Yeah,
as we go up there.
I'll go ahead and pull up the third, sure. All right, as they're going up, I'll just give an overview. As I said before, you'll see it looks like two separate units right now, but our goal is going to be to combine them into one. I'll go into more detail on kind of why we did that later. But as he's coming up the stairs here, this will open up. It's currently just a small hallway that there's a door here going into the one unit, and then there's another door going into this front unit. So we're going to combine it into just one unit, which will allow us to have a much larger unit. Obviously, instead of just 2 beds for each unit, this will be a 4-bedroom, but still just the 2 baths. So we'll have laundry here, the 2 baths, but kind of not a full master here, as it will be connected to the dining room, and then a hall bath here. Again, not a full master, but kind of really you have this wall here with the sliding door that'll kind of close this off into being its own master. So kitchen in the back, which will also tie in openly to the dining room. Let me give it back to Jeff.
Yeah, so just so everyone knows, we went to the back apartment. We'll just look at this front floor here so we can see what was here, and then we'll go back to the back of the house, which would be the east side.
Yeah, so right there, this unit will have more work done than some of the other units, just because it's turning it obviously into a single. You have this walk-through closet that I'm going into, that'll actually be closed out. And then where they're at right now is actually the dining room. So a small little dining room that will be opened up again to, so as they're walking through this doorway will be completely opened up. That will actually be closed off to be both those walls will be closed off to be closets for the adjacent bedroom. So this wall that John's touching right now, that'll be demoed to open up to a kitchen right next door.
Cool. I was gonna poke our head outside too, so everyone can see these kind of massive decks that they have on. Oh, there's a squirrel. Oh, maybe this one's locked. Might have to open up downstairs, but you can see the roof too of the garages, which we can see once we go outside, but massive garage.
Yeah, massive garage with the coach house above it, large deck in the back. Right, peep out there afterwards, but kitchen will be right here. Sort of a galley kitchen, but on both sides with a kind of end countertop piece that'll be overhanging. You can put some ton of stools next to it.
Just a closet.
Yeah, and where they're at now, that's going to be opened up actually and built out into a kind of smaller master bedroom with the bathroom that's actually next door to that you can't access through here now, but you'll be able to access through once we're done.
Yeah, this is a weird space here. I don't know what that was really used for.
Yeah, so that's actually going to be the hall. So right there on the left side, that's going to be the door that goes into that bedroom you were just in. So this will be like a small little hallway, and straight ahead will be the bathroom that'll be connected as well. So if you go around the corner there, you'll see the bathroom that'll then actually be connected through that first bedroom that you just went in over there. So you get in a nice clawfoot tub. I mean, and as they're walking throughout, you can obviously see, really nice window trim, door trim, doors themselves, all very unique. It'll be our goal to maintain all of that, fix it up if possible, refinish it. As they're walking here, this will be your living / dining room. Mostly living at this point. There's that small dining room that'll be there at the back of the house. This will be most of your living room.
Yeah, we had to do something different with this porch, right?
Yeah, so that's actually, I can kind of go into that now. That's actually the stairs that was currently the access egress for the front unit. So you had 2 points of access and egress. So if you go out to that porch, you can see that deck, you can see it's very narrow, very small. So if I remember correctly, it was not up to code because of the width. So the plan was to potentially replace that. The goal was to replace it actually with we were hoping would be like a kind of a unique spiral staircase, but again, that wasn't meeting fire code. So we kind of got that nixed as well. And then because of the setback of the neighboring, that's when we ended up having issues with being able to replace those stairs, at all. So that was actually the main reason of why this turned. It was originally going to be a 2-unit up here to have the four main units in the building. But instead we had to pivot and just turn this into a much larger single unit on the top floor. And right here, as they're going through, just some additional bedrooms here at the front of the house. So yeah, that's really the main house here at this point. They've walked through most of it at this point. I think I know maybe you guys wanted to head towards the front of the house, kind of showing the exterior, showing the backyard and everything. Want to head that way? I can kind of share some additional trials and tribulations and issues that have come up kind of as we've gone through this, and some wins as well. So really, as we were working with the owner on this, like John mentioned, we've really been going through a lot of the owner actually reached out to us. I think it was over 2 years ago at this point, or close to a year, close to it at this point. Originally, I know he was going back and forth trying to get zoning and trying to get the project off the ground. And part of the issues I've just already spoken about was that top floor with the front and back unit and getting that. So once we changed that, we've obviously gone through multiple iterations with the city, trying to get through zoning. One thing I know we mentioned was the ADU in the building. So, talking to the owner more, I don't know if we technically can call it an ADU at this point. Someone actually brought it to, was curious of this as well, saying, ADUs aren't necessarily legal yet or allowed in Bronzeville, and he'd be correct. But we actually kind of lucked out into this one where, because when we originally had the building zoned, it was for 4 units. Because we ended up having to change that top unit to a single unit, that brought us down to 3 main units. So that actually bottom unit and refinishing the basement for that bottom unit, I don't know if you'd call it an ADU at this point. It's actually just that 4th unit that we were already zoned for. So that's kind of why we were able to do that. Because originally our plan, knowing that we might not be able to do the ADU at this point, was to duplex down with future hopes of turning it into an ADU. And, I know that's a frequent thing. We see that often with clients trying to get ahead of the curve, trying to build out a basement, unit with maybe like a half kitchen or like a wet room, like a small kitchen with no full, appliances and everything, just getting ready for when ADUs are approved for their area, then they can just turn it easily into that ADU building in the basement. So we kind of lucked out. We're not having to do that. It's obviously extra work to try and build it out that way. So we'll just build out that bottom floor to be just a regular unit in the building there. All right, so they're kind of on the outside here. You can see some of the windows. Here's this stairs that we were talking about on the side of the house that was going up to the 3rd floor. Pretty skinny, as you can kind of see just even from this angle. So that'll all get demoed out.
Actually, one of the better looking porches I've seen in Chicago. But,
certainly not in bad shape.
Yeah, I mean, as far as code goes, it's actually built pretty well. It kind of stinks that it's just too skinny, as you can kind of see looking up.
Yeah, very skinny. So,
and then here's the big porch in the back here that connects this massive garage and back there that I don't think we can go and get into, but
yeah, I don't think we can get into that one. So we're not working anything on that for this project. I know he's got future plans to maybe do some work on it and maybe even turn that into an ADU, if that's available later on with the city. So you can see that's a unique semicircle window. Really the exterior is not in bad shape. I think he's already done some previous work, I think, on the roof and everything. The brick actually worked. Might have to do some minor tuck pointing certainly, but overall really not in too bad a shape for this older building.
Yeah, I have to do the electrical service for sure, right?
Yep. Let's see. So overall, as you're still walking around, but there are good points to make. So talked about the ADU and what we did there. Last point is, so it's funny, we actually not funny, but we finally got through with zoning, got it all approved, plans are all approved and ready to go, and then unfortunately we ran into some issues with funding. The owner went through a Freddie Mac loan, and it looks like his lender, for mistake or not, or oversight, the hiccup came when they wanted to have the rent rolls or the current leases of what was in there. But unfortunately, this building's actually been vacant, so he hasn't had anyone living there, hasn't been necessarily taking in any rents. So that kind of put a stop to that type of loan. And so we've actually been kind of back to the owner's been back to the drawing board, talking to additional lenders and trying to get funding for this. So our hope is that we're right in the home stretch here. I know we've been talking to some different people. And hopefully we can get this project started soon and get rocking and rolling, and maybe give you guys some updates in that, on this months from now. I think those are my main hiccups and things I wanted to bring up.
Seems like there's a couple more. Oh, there's a question about the timeline. Did you touch on the timeline, Tom?
Yeah, I did. I'll repeat it. I know some people have joined, but we're looking to hopefully do this in probably about 7 months. I'd say that's our goal right now. That's probably our goal. I think when talking to the owner, we told him 7 to 9 was kind of our but obviously, always shooting for as fast as possible for our clients. But that's kind of what we're looking at right now. I think we have more questions in. I just want to encourage everyone. I think that's really the end of the walkthrough here. Not a lot more to show unless anyone has any specific things they want John to go back and look at. But obviously would love to open up the floor to more questions now that we're coming to a close here. Please, I got the chat open here. I'll touch on anything that comes up. So Brandon had a question here. I'm sure you will explain at the end, but one, looking for investors to fund this project. Syndication. Two, looking for people who want to hire your team as builders contractors for future projects. Or three, looking for people to buy the building once completed. No need to apologize for getting ahead of yourself. Great question. Our goal right now, with these videos, at least so far, all of these projects have been projects that are already owned by clients. So not necessarily, looking for investors for the project. We're already locked and loaded and looking to get started. Really, our goal is to help, teach people things that we've gone through, whether it be ourselves or our clients. Constantly on these projects, there's unique opportunities. I don't like to use the word issues. I know John doesn't either. Opportunities that arise to figure out, that these some of these unique projects that maybe people haven't ran into yet, or that they are running into, and we can kind of let people know what we've gone through, solutions that we've used to move forward with some of these projects. And then obviously, like you touched on as well, we're always looking, to help out more investors like you guys. So if you guys have properties that we can help on, whether that's in the early stages, or finding properties, or you have a property that we can come out and walk through with you, provide estimates for you. Of course, we are always looking for more clients and more people that we can help reach their goals in real estate investing. And then three, I guess you have another point, looking for people to buy the building once completed, or maybe even rent. I mean, that'll be a great question for our clients as well. But I feel like, at the end of the day, I don't think that people, who we're working for or whatever have any issue with any leads towards buying or renting or anything on the building. So surely that would be encouraged. Anyone else? Go ahead and share that screen again. Anyone else have any questions on this project, specifically on quality builders, on anything anything we can help with? We'd love to help. Give people a few more minutes if they have anything they want to add. John, you have anything more you'd like to add?
No, I don't think I have anything else. I think, if anyone has any questions, they can always, of course, visit our website, which is qualitybuilders.com. We got a lot of our projects going on that we put up on social media. So if you're on Instagram or Facebook, or we got the TikTok. Tom's even got all these.
For everyone now, I'll go ahead and share that as John's given that. So if everyone wants to reach our website directly to a consultation for us, you can also reach the website, but that's direct consultation. And our Instagram right there. John, like John said, we have other social media as well, but specifically our Instagram is probably our bread and butter, with a little bit of TikTok and Facebook and everything. So please feel free to scan that, or if you have any questions, you can always reach out to us directly at info@qualitybuilders.com. We're always happy to help, always looking for new clients, and always looking just to learn more about you guys and your goals and everything, and really help out. That's kind of our goal as a company. We have another question here from Yemi. Does the 7 months include time to get permit? It does not. So at this point, we have the permit in hand. So 7 months is what we're looking from breaking ground till being done with the project. As far as the permitting, I know this one was a long time. Like I said, I actually don't know offhand how long it took. But it was certainly, I think it was at least 7 or 8 months just for the permitting on this one. But it was because, like I mentioned, a lot of iterations with zoning, going back and forth with that fourth unit, with the basement, with figuring out the top floor as well. From our experience, we've been working with some additional clients as well recently. And I will say, on these larger projects, permitting is taking a very long time on many projects. We've had multiple projects where permitting has really gone over. We've got people waiting 7, 8 months up to a year on some of these projects. I don't want to scare people away. I don't think that's necessarily the norm. And hopefully we always hope that can improve with the city. It all depends, you want to have a good team. So I always tell people, getting a great architect in place, a great GC in place, kind of all across the board, then great subcontractors and everything, that's how you ensure that you can get your project done as fast as possible and up to the quality that everyone is looking for. Brandon has another question for what scale of projects is your team willing to take on, from kitchen, bathroom models to full home gut rehabs, the ground up builds? Great question. We don't discriminate. We like to help everyone in any way that we can. I will say, we as a company are trying to stay away mostly on taking on like a ton of kitchen, baths, individual remodels, some of the smaller scale projects. At this point, we're kind of looking to maybe have our minimum project be about 75,000. That being said, we're always happy to help. We have, we have a network of subs and people who can come out and knock some of those smaller jobs out. No problem. So just because there is a smaller job, that doesn't necessarily mean we won't take it on. We have the tools in place to potentially help out at least with that, or at least, have conversations and point you in the direction of someone who can help you. So as far as anything above that, like, yeah, we will take anything on. We prefer to work with investors at this time, just because we think that's the best way to help scale both our investor clients as well as ourselves. And really, as investors ourselves, we know what investors need as far as finishes and everything, and to turn these projects around as quick as possible. But yeah, ground up we've done before, full guts we've done before. We've done heavy cosmetic rehabs, anywhere from single family homes, condos, 6-unit buildings, 4-unit buildings. We can do up to 20, 30 unit buildings. I mean, any of that, is certainly in our wheelhouse, and happy to help if we can. Anyone else? Still have a little bit of time if anyone has anything else. Obviously, we'll keep you all here if we don't. So I'll give another minute and see if we have any more questions. Otherwise, like I said, I really appreciate everyone joining us here today. We really like doing these. We really like sharing what we're working on, hearing what you guys have, being able to share and hopefully benefit. And if we benefit one person in here, we've had a successful walkthrough. So we really appreciate you guys coming to these. We're going to keep doing them. I tell everyone, we have these monthly, so be on the lookout for another one. Haven't picked our next project yet, but it'll most likely either be one that we've actually walked through before that has some big progress on, or we do have some new projects coming up. So it could be one of those as well. So be on the lookout, obviously, and we will be sharing that with you all, and hope to see you again. Blonde, good question. One more. Will project progress be shared via your social media? You bet. Our social media team kills it all the time. They do a great job of keeping everyone up to date on what we're working on. So there will certainly be updates, progress updates. If issues come up, we like to share those as well, in case anyone else is dealing with those too. But yeah, you will see updates throughout this project as well as some of our past ones. I know we've walked through some projects. If you guys have been paying attention, we've been trying to give updates. We'll be having some final updates on our Superior project, which was our Pop the Top project that was walked through probably 3 months ago at this point. So we actually just came to a close on that one, or are coming to a close now. So you'll see some final photos there. We love sharing those before and afters, and everyone always get a good kick out of those. So be on the lookout. You'll be seeing a lot of updates from us soon. All right. Well, with that, I think I'll close it out. Like I said, again, one more time, appreciate everyone's time today. Please reach out if you have any questions or need any help, or want to just talk real estate with us or investing. We always love to talk. Appreciate everyone's time. Hope you have a great rest of your weekend, and look forward to seeing you all next time.